How are my lovelies? We are going to take a look at September 2020. And although the world is going a little crazy out there and is continuing to morph into something a little bit more interesting every single day, I did realize that the energies of August did play out a little, a lot like the way I thought they would. Things have sped up quite a bit. And I've noticed the trend here tends to be either everybody on one half is kind of just floating on cloud nine and enjoying life. Things are going really well. On the other half, you guys are like cleaning out house, you know, trying to eliminate what you don't need or who you don't need, and picking up you're picking up, depending on your situation, either picking up where you left off, picking up your heart on some occasions, just trying to kind of get back on top of the horse and get to the next destination. So a little bit harder for some of you, and for others of you, it's going in an absolutely amazing energy where things are just going better than you might have even expected. So depending on your situation kind of determines where you're at. But what we're going to look at for this particular reading is where, what challenges you are facing at this particular moment as we enter into September. I want to see what that challenge looks like. If there's anything that you need to know that's just real about the situation, that you're just, it's just this pressing question on the validity of the situation. Is this real? I'm going to tell you what about it is wrong, where you might need more information, and overall just kind of where this is going and what you can do about it, okay? So that's where September's looking here. I feel that things are, even though despite what's going on in the world, things are picking up and placing us in a position where we can really start to manifest our goals right now. I think that everything's really starting to concentrate on fine-tuning what we want, where we want things. So let's take a look for you how things are going as far as your particular situation, all right? All right, lovely Cancers. So the energy I'm picking up for this month is that you are going to be working on something that may have been put kind of on hold in the past, or something that just paused naturally, and it could be a project, it could be pursuing something or someone, it could be a number of things. But the point of it is that this delay actually makes the outcome and result even better and even stronger. So that will be a good result once that does come around. So we're going to look in this particular reading at possible challenges that can come up associated with the most pressing situation that's affecting you right now. That energy is surrounding the Nine of Pentacles, which is also your self-confidence and your feeling like you've got everything kind of under control. In general, whether or not you're just kind of having that security within yourself and within your home life, or within your finances possibly. All right, so let's get one more two more, I guess, indications of kind of what the surrounding energy is. So it's about making a decision and collaborating on something. So you could be trying to make a decision on which direction to go. You could be struggling with some of the details of the facts, or just the fact that it's kind of not been, there hasn't been initiation on it in so long. And if that's been the situation, I do see that that's getting ready to shift. What's real about the situation here is the Five of Wands in reverse. So that's generally like a clarity regarding information, or getting some news, or getting some type of indication that it's not coming from the ego, but it's going to be more clear, I suppose, is the best way to put that. There's not ego gratification and loss, and more it has to do with releasing that and gaining something back from it is the message I'm getting. So anything else about what's real? Releasing the weight and the burden of this. If it's, again, just been kind of on hold, on the back burner, just sitting there, I do see that shifting. What's wrong about the situation? What do you need to be aware of here? The Six of Cups. So that's learning from past experiences, having something kind of in your maybe in the back of your mind, or just you had to just have some faith in the fact that things were going to develop into its natural course, and let some of those experiences just kind of bring you or maybe this experience has brought you a set of wisdom and skills that helped you, you know, that this experience helped you develop, if that makes any sense. The experience should have helped you develop some skills or some understanding or bring about wisdom, okay, for you to use in the future. But it was an important situation. I think for many of you, though, it has to do with you guys having a better result because you waited or because it was delayed. I'm seeing that this wisdom is helping you to motivate kind of the future and help use this as kind of a test that you were able to not only you were successful in it, but you also gained out of it. I guess that's the best way to put that, okay? Where might you need more information? Page of Wands. So it looks like there's going to be somebody who could be a male, or somebody in a position that can give you something that supports, solidifies something, gives you something that you need. And in getting this from this person, it transitions you with this enthusiastic news or information that kind of takes you from one existence to something better, and it alleviates that restless feeling of not knowing what's going to happen with the situation. So you're getting some answers, in other words, to kind of cut that short. You're getting some answers from somebody that you care about, from somebody that you've been, it's very important to you. In whatever way that is, it's very important to you. So it's going to mean a lot to get this information. What can you do at this point? It looks like you're just kind of waiting for this to come in, honestly. The King of Pentacles can be an indication of making that initiation for follow-up. The fact that the Ace of Wands is in the reverse, though, would lead me to believe that you might want to decline that, just so that there's not a false start with something. You want it to take its natural time to develop. So let me clarify if there's what you can do, because this might be an indication do nothing and receive everything, because right now you're just in this waiting game. That does seem like it would apply better, but Knight of Cups. So maybe what I'm feeling here, because it's a little bit unclear, so maybe I'll pull another card for the two situations, because for one, I see reading your intuition is going to be an important factor in this one, because where this card would be an invitation for information, it can go both ways. It can be you're waiting for an invitation, or you're the one giving that invitation. This is reading your gut, listening to your intuition. It can indicate being patient and that you're receiving it. It can be an indication that reaching out and using your intuition, on that is also can bring in something that you're looking for. So I'm going to get a clarifier. How can I clarify that? Let's see. So for those of you who are wondering if you should reach out, so I think this is more get somebody coming to you. You're gaining. If anything, I feel like if you're giving anything, it's more that motivation to manifesting it than it is physically reaching out and delivering any kind of information. Clarify the Ace of Wands. The Nine of Wands. So that's persevering, that's patience, that's just kind of waiting for that moment where that pressure is gone. It's also the card for procrastination. So I might, and I'm kind of leaning more towards procrastinating on reaching out and just giving it a little bit more time. A little bit more time. For you guys more than the other zodiacs, and the temperance in reverse, which is, again, it's not being impatient. You don't want to have conflict. You don't want to have anxiety. You don't want to be impatient. Some of you, I feel like you do have an opportunity where you might want to reach out and follow up. For most of you, I feel like this is an opportunity for you to just, you're almost to that point of getting that answer, of receiving something, to let go of that anxiety and that fear. And I'm hesitant to tell you to rock the boat if you know in your gut that you just need to hold off and just wait for this because maybe you had an indication of such. Maybe your intuition is just telling you. If you can't tell, reach out. We can always look. But for most of you, I feel like it's just waiting for that moment to come your way, as opposed to you producing that moment to somebody else. I think they're the ones coming to you, as opposed to you going to them. So my information's down below if you want to look at your personal situation. All my rates are still 50% off. And, take what fits and leave the rest. Otherwise, I hope you have a great month. Much love.